Hi, my name is Brenda Titus, and I'm a professional hypnotist in Orange County, California. For information about myself, including in person sessions, please go to my website, ochypnotherapy.com. Today's thoughts from the hypnosis office, I decided to call Celebrating Your Unicorn Self. So, a lot of my clients come to me, and with every client, as we begin, I do a full understanding of their history, where they fit within the birth order of their family, any major events as they were growing up in terms of divorce, moving, any disruptions, or issues that might play into the reason that they are coming to see me. So it always helps to understand some of that foundation. And it is true that a lot of times people will express to me that they somehow felt different from the rest of their family, whether they say that they were the black sheep of the family, maybe they felt somehow misunderstood within the family, or different in some way. Sometimes my clients who are more introverted or self-reliant, independent, they might feel that they got less attention maybe than the other people in the family who required or demanded a different level of attention within the household. And so somehow that made them feel separate, different, and then that kind of played out in terms of how they feel about themselves, both with the foundation as well as then as they grew. And then how that plays in even into maybe relationships as they grew older, whether it was within the family or in a work setting, friends, social groups, what have you. And so I do like to play with that. Now I see that commonly, and I don't know if that's just the kind of people who are open to working on a more introspective basis about their history and their challenges, or if it's people that particularly are drawn to me, but it is something that I see quite commonly. And so I thought it was kind of a fun thing to talk about today, because I do definitely encourage them to celebrate their uniqueness, celebrate the different perspective that they have. Now, obviously, one element of that is to work through the issues of how they were different, and but still acknowledging when it comes down to it, if they were loved, and usually even within the midst of even challenging family relationships, they can acknowledge, yes, I was loved, maybe differently than maybe I felt like I needed or wanted to be loved. I was supported, I was, food, clothing, and shelter. So yes, I can see those things. And so, so we develop a certain understanding of then that there was love, and there still usually is love, just even if they feel like they are different. But then that provides an opportunity for us to celebrate being their unique selves, celebrating how they are different within the family, and then really celebrating how they get to bring that quality, whether it's to their family or to their work group or their social relationships or what have you. So that's kind of when I get into the unicorn self. So you might think about, a bunch of horses wandering around the countryside, and then all of a sudden you see one and it's got, you know, the horn going like that. And can you imagine a unicorn thinking that there was something wrong with them because they were different, or that they weren't lovable, or they weren't loved, or to feel isolated or separate because they had this horn or they were different? So it kind of gives us an opportunity in a lighthearted way to say, just the same, you get to be your own unicorn self. You get to be different. You get to celebrate your uniqueness, celebrate how you are, one of a kind in a variety of ways, whether it's one of a kind within your family group, your social group, your work group, but then also celebrating then the things that you get to bring to the table through your uniqueness, and being able to shine a light on that. And so I thought that was just kind of a fun way to acknowledge, that rather than thinking about being the black sheep, rather than thinking about, oh, what's wrong with me that makes me different, that you could look at it as instead celebrating your amazing uniqueness and how you can let that shine out into the world. And quite frankly, the more you celebrate your own uniqueness and accept how maybe you might be different or unique or special, then you can embrace and enjoy your life by embracing yourself and accepting yourself, but then also maybe even finding other people who fit within your herd, finding the other unicorns, or also shining that light to encourage all the horses to find their unicorn selves as well. And so, with that, I hope that you found that to be a fun way to think about some things today. And I hope that you have a wonderful week. Go out and ride the rainbow and celebrate being your unicorn self. Have a wonderful day.